evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome yet to another great episode of Bahrain Now, your source of local initiatives, happenings, talents, and trends. I'm your host, Bara Abdulla, here to walk you through our exciting lineup of segments and personalities from around Bahrain. So don't go away, we'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, right now to another very important talk as EeZaKa Bahrain Chapter announced that it is offering qualifying training programs to obtain an internationally accredited professional certification for university students. This reflects the interest in preparing university students to enter the labor market and qualify them for positions that require advanced technical skills. And for more about that, we have here at the studio itself the president of EeZaKa Bahrain Chapter, Dr. Mazen Ali, and Academic Relations Director, Dr. Esra Wali. Well, good evening. How are you?
Good evening. We're good. Thank you. How are you?
I am great and super excited to know about this. I mean, it's like EeZaKa is a huge brand and huge name internationally speaking. Having it here in Bahrain is a huge plus for us. So let us know more about the society itself.
Yeah, EeZaKa Bahrain Chapter is affiliated with EeZaKa International, which has been established since 1969.
Wow.
Yeah, we have over 160,000 members worldwide and over 460,000 affiliates. So EeZaKa is the leading provider of knowledge and certification related to information systems audit, information systems risk, information systems security, including cybersecurity and emerging technologies as well. The purpose of EeZaKa International is that you want people to get potential value from using IT.
Right.
So in other words, if how do we upskill people or individuals within the organization so that they could benefit from information systems technologies, at the same time they can be productive and the company can make better use of those technologies, which is efficiently and effectively. Amazing. In Bahrain, we've established since 2009. So, 2009, we have about 350 members.
Not bad.
Yeah, the members are mostly information systems auditors, IT professionals, information security professionals, managers. So we have a good mixture. And we follow all the purpose of what EeZaKa does. In addition, we have a sort of community flavor to what we do in Bahrain, which means that we mentor, we provide training programs, certification training programs. We've also do sessions, free sessions, not just for our members, for the broader community. We disseminate knowledge to people. We even match job seekers with employers.
That's amazing. Wow, you got me there. Definitely. I mean, the whole thing with, it's the whole 9 yards. Like everything is involved, everything is there. And since 1969, I wasn't even born that time. I don't think
me neither.
But you can tell, right? Since 1969, they've seen everything. The advancements from Web 1, 2, and now heading to 3. That the whole thing was how technology is advancing. We always need people who are out there to see what's happening. And now information system auditing is a thing. Before it's like, okay, what is IS to begin with? Now it's like, no, we gotta audit your system to make sure it works, its flow.
Exactly.
So that's amazing.
So if you're looking at, for example, information security, which is the big thing, how do the auditors come into play? They check, are the systems in place? Is it secure? Do they have the process, procedures, guidelines that are being followed? Are they following the right steps? Is what the management they want and what the employees are doing, is it aligned? So the strategy is aligned to what the IT strategy is. So it's looking at the whole spectrum, not just from the IT perspective, because IT is, it involves all departments and the whole organization, so it's comprehensive.
This is beautiful, because for a certain period, they're always thinking about development. Let's just develop. But then when it comes to auditing, okay, who's making sure that it works? Who's making sure that, it's audited? It actually goes there. It has a beautiful flow. So this comes in very, very handy, especially in these days, things are radically changing. A bit too fast. A bit too fast. So now, Dr. Esra, tell us more about the training programs that's offering right now with EeZaKa.
All right, so in EeZaKa we are offering more than 10 certificates, and when it comes to the training, they are related to the professional certificates that EeZaKa is providing.
Okay.
Now, these training programs, they, let's say, prepare students in terms of getting the certificates, and at the same time, these are, in terms of the certificates, they are for both students and professionals as well.
Okay.
So we have some certificates that are in terms of the basic level, and of course the advanced for executives and so on. Alongside the training programs that we offer, which are related to certificates, we are also offering training which are more hands-on in areas related to cybersecurity, for example,
Right.
where professionals require certain skills, and they can get these skills through not only studying in terms when it comes to concepts and so on, but also in terms of having hands-on experience with these. All our training programs are sponsored by Tamkeen in Bahrain,
Okay.
so this is a good opportunity for Bahrainis, whether they are students at the university wanting to get a certificate before graduation, as well as professionals who are looking for improving when it comes to their job prospects.
Right.
We offer these programs in collaboration with the BIBF as well.
Wow.
Yeah, so it is a good opportunity for, let's say, students and professionals to obtain these certificates.
It is a great opportunity, actually, you know?
It's 100% sponsored by Tamkeen if you're a student or a job seeker,
Okay.
and 50% if you are an employee working in an organization.
Right.
It's still very good, excellent for the time,
It is.
with
It
the
is.
economic crisis and everything that's happening.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just hearing this, I'm like, we are in a good place right
Yeah.
now. I mean, it's
Definitely.
amazing what's happening. And it seems like, you know, as more people are exposed to the whole concept of cybersecurity, as around the world right now, we're having cyber wars taking place between whether organizations, companies, individuals, you know, whether it's social media, whether it's hacking a system, that kind of stuff. And now from decentralized to centralized, that kind of stuff, the cybersecurity is an essential, crucial part. So now, even though people understand that it's out there, but from your perspective right now, what is the level, or how do you value the awareness of our students here today when it comes to technology and cybersecurity? Are they aware how important it is?
As you said, I mean, you know, whichever report you read, whichever conference you go, in the
Right.
past 5 years, they tell you the skills, cybersecurity skills gap is huge. A few years back, they said we need around 2 million, you know, cybersecurity professionals around the world.
That's great. That's a big number. 2
Yeah,
million.
Yeah, and recently, if you read that the economic recovery plan of Bahrain,
Yeah.
Tamkeen have put in their mandate they want to train 10,000 Bahrainis in cybersecurity, and they've recently signed with the SANS Institute to train
Right.
Bahrainis on cybersecurity. So we see that the potential is there, the requirement is there. For example, if we want to, some organizations approach us so that they could hire people with a cyber or security background. We are not able to find people.
Imagine that.
That's the sad thing as well. So
Imagine that.
there is a need, there is a requirement, but the skills are not there. Even though they require people with a bit of experience, but still you cannot move somebody from one organization to another organization easily without, you know, these people are required in the job market.
Wow, wow. You know, we've reached to a level, which is kind of funny, like I've been saying this to my friends, that we're hearing the same thing we watch in movies in the news right now. It's like, when you know, when your live news is competing with movies and science fiction, you know, things are pretty much like on pace and on par with what's happening with science fiction. It's like, okay, we don't need to watch movies anymore. It's happening in real life.
Yeah.
With cybersecurities, now there are cybersecurity, which is cyber armies out there, equipped, well-knowledged. They don't sleep for and you know, whether it's representing nations or representing an organization,
Entities, yeah.
cybersecurity has become such a huge deal.
Definitely.
Like not only on the offense, but you know, even on the defense mode right now, got to be ready for whatever is getting out there. So saying that right now we don't have enough, and now we want to equip 10,000 people, I think we're going to be safe.
Yeah, exactly. Now, even they say it's not about when you're going to get hacked. It's not about if, it's when you're going to get hacked.
Wow.
And how you're going to, you know, recover from that, and what
Right.
actions you're going to take. That's what's important. We've seen there are a few examples where there was ransomware organizations,
Oh,
lost
yeah.
their whole systems, and they were stuck. So importantly now, people are getting more educated, and you know, it's one of those things you don't think is going to happen to you, but eventually it will happen to you. If you're not ready, you're going to find, you know, reputation issues, financial issues, regulation issues,
Wow.
and you want to avoid all these things as organizations or even as a cybersecurity professional within that organization.
I just want to say thank you so much for doing this. You know, I mean, bringing EeZaKa to Bahrain and just focusing on what really matters for the future, you know, when it comes to technology, cybersecurity, and the new advancements, to the point they're not even developing new hardware, they're developing new methodologies to use the hardware. So things are really changing at a pace that I can say I'm not even keeping up anymore. I just can't anymore. So knowing that you are there to help us and to help the new generation coming in with, you know, being more equipped with cybersecurity and technology, I just want to say sincerely, we have all the gratitude to you and your team.
Thank you.
Like, really appreciate that. Definitely.
It's all a matter of all of us are volunteers.
Right.
Myself, Dr. Esra,
and
even all the members are volunteers. We mentor, we provide courses. So this type of community of giving back is very important. To create that culture of, you know, professional development, you know, upskilling people, reskilling them, mentoring them, finding them jobs. So yeah,
this is amazing.
Amazing job.
Definitely. I mean, so now pretty much like from the awareness part, so the whole thing was certification, even though it's still out there as a narrative, right? So people will say, okay, now we're going to go to EeZaKa, but what's going to add to our career's value and to the path that we have when it comes to professionals or students? So what can you say about that?
In terms of the certifications, we have different areas of focus. Now, one of them is security, including cybersecurity, data privacy, when it comes to even for managers as well, how to manage the whole information system within organizations to protect, detect any attacks. So this is one area. We also have a number of certificates that have to do with the management and governance of information systems and information technology in organizations. And these, for example, one of the certifications is COBIT, which is a framework which is implemented in many organizations here in Bahrain that takes care of the governance of information systems within or IT within any organization. We also have certifications that are more focused on the auditing part of information systems and enterprises, as well as the certifications in, for example, emerging technologies, which includes blockchain, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, and besides, there are also certifications that are also focused on, let's say, the fundamentals of IT for non-practitioners as well. So this certificate, one particular certificate is focused on fundamental skills in terms of computing, security, networks, infrastructure, data science, system development, all of these things, which for someone who is not in technology can, or maybe they are, I would think of a student, for example, who's in his first years. So getting this certificate will provide him with a glimpse of everything that happens in the IT field, and of course, this will also support them later on if they want to specialize in a certain area, having knowledge of all of these areas. So getting one certificate here, and again, other certificates that will support them even when they apply for jobs. Because let's think about it. We have lots of students graduate from universities every year. And for job seekers to differentiate themselves, one way is to have these kinds of professional certificates that shows employers that this particular candidate has certain knowledge, and they are, let's say, they have a certificate or let's say qualified in order to excel within that area. This also can help job seekers in terms of getting, instead of a starting job, to get a little bit more further in their career, as well as better pay, definitely, later on in the future. So it's not only, like we mentioned earlier, it's not only for students, but also in terms of professionals, in terms of career progression as well.
Wow. You know, as I've been looking at LinkedIn and Forbes, and it's like, just to see what's like the future jobs are like 2/3, if not like 90%, is all related to information technology and blockchain related stuff, and Web3 and cybersecurity and AI. No longer computer programmer anymore or data analysis kind of stuff. It's now way advanced because now AI took over pretty much, and now all we have to do is just manage all of this. So to know this is happening in Bahrain is really going to put us in a relief that, you know, we do going to have, like, a next generation is going to take Bahrain to another level and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Especially what's happening right now with fintech, right? Or what's happening in Bahrain and AWS and all of that is just showcasing Bahrain is heading in the right direction. So know that EeZaKa is here is pretty much going to give us a good push. And you know that course for non-IT people, not only for students, but maybe even for a TV presenter that doesn't know much about IT, I should take that course myself to see what's happening for future talks maybe I will be having here.
Oh, definitely, I think it helps the whole spectrum. If you are a beginner, if you are in a different discipline.
Right.
Now, most of the jobs, it's multidisciplinary as well.
Right.
You know, when you get a certificate, you get the credentials that you can do the job properly. And as Dr. mentioned, you're more employable. You can differentiate yourself from other candidates. You show your organization, you have the knowledge. You can, you know, show off with your peers that I've got the certificate, and that also helps you in the progression. And recent research have said that most people that got 2 or 3 certificates get 7% raise than other people that don't have certificates. So it provides a lot of benefits. And,
it does.
And you know, Tamkeen, they're doing a wonderful job with providing all these you know, support schemes. And I would recommend all students to just take advantage. From my time, it wasn't there, but now I think it's all blossomy and green.
You said it yourself, you know, not that we are jealous. We're just saying, you know, there's so much going on right now with when it comes to, like I say, EeZaKa and a lot of programs. And like you said yourself, BIBF right now are involved. Tamkeen is sponsoring this fully. So they are very serious. Bahrain is super serious and keen to make sure that we're heading to the new Bahrain, to the new transition, you know. We are catching up, and not only catching up what's going on, we're creating a new ecosystem that people can learn out of. And we have proven that several times. And now EeZaKa and all of that happening right here is just another example, another proof that we are pretty much gonna head, you know, go like before our time, which we do this sometimes a lot with a lot of projects. So now this is amazing, but I can talk about this forever, to be honest, because I'm super excited. I'm sure even the viewers right now are super excited to know that we have these programs for our students and professionals here in Bahrain. But anything else you want to add?
I think my advice would be to take, you know, since our leadership, you know, provided these support schemes in form of Tamkeen, I would advise students or even job seekers or, you know, employees to just take advantage and, you know, do one of the certification, upskill yourself. Contribute to your organization, and that in turn will contribute to the economy itself.
Okay, great. Dr. Esra?
If anyone would like to know more about the programs that you are offering, like we said, they're available on the BIBF website, as well as our chapter, our Instagram page, EeZaKa Bahrain, which you can get in touch with us if you have any questions, anything you're not really sure about. We are always happy to support.
This is amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us right here in Bahrain Now, and just pretty much knowing that we are in good hands.
Thank you very much.
Really appreciate that. And you know, you never know, maybe you'll be seeing me in one of your programs, you know, the introductory to world.
I'd love to have you with us. Thank you.
Much appreciated.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was it with the EeZaKa Bahrain chapter with Dr. Mazen and Dr. Esra, all that took place right here on Bahrain Now.
One of the oldest human inventions. A craft which was Delmon always known for. Join me, Walid al-Lebloushi, to know more about pottery on whale.
Pottery is one of the Bahrain's oldest and most well-known crafts that has been practiced since ancient times. It's made by a mixture of mud and water that is placed on a revolving wheel that is operated by an artisan who then uses his hands to adjust the shape of the pottery as needed.
I'm always looking for something new in crafts. I'm actually interested in art and I take it like a hobby. So I was searching for new classes here in Bahrain, and I found this class, and I registered on it, and I found it is easy, and also it's like a fun. It's so important to connect to our culture. Actually, here in Bahrain, we are practicing poetry since a long time, so it's important for a new generation, and also it's a chance to learn this craft.
Reporting for Bahrain International Television, I'm Walid Al-Blushi. Thank you for watching.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the finish line. A huge thank you to all of our guests for joining us tonight, and another huge thank you to all of you watching us at home. As always, be sure to reach out to us on our social media accounts shown below. We love hearing from you. So for now, thank you so much. This was Bara Abdullah. Till next time, Bahrain, goodbye and God bless.